I'm Alex Sharfin, and this is the Momentum Podcast, made for empire builders, game changers, trailblazers, shot takers, record breakers, world makers, and creators of all kinds. Those among us who can't turn it off and don't know why anyone would want to. We challenge complacency, destroy apathy, and we are obsessed with creating momentum so we can roll over bureaucracy and make our greatest contribution. Sure, we pay attention to their rules, but only so that we can bend them, break them, then rewrite them around our own will. We don't accept our destiny, we define it. We don't understand defeat because you only lose if you stop, and we don't know how. While the rest of the world strives for average and clings desperately to the status quo, we are the minority, the few, who are willing to hallucinate there could be a better future, and instead of just daydreaming of what could be, we endure the vulnerability and exposure it takes to make it real. We are the evolutionary hunters, clearly the most important people in the world, because entrepreneurs are the only source of consistent, positive human evolution, and we always will be. The ClickFunnels effect. Before you assume that this podcast is just about ClickFunnels, I want to share with you that I really think that this podcast is about a revolution that is happening in business right now that if you're not part of, it's not that you're missing out on something important. I think you're missing out on the future of business today. Let me tell you why. ClickFunnels, which is a software program that is only a few years old, and I believe is a company that is over $100 million in revenue. I think they're over $100 million in revenue. I know their valuation is in the hundreds of millions. And it's run by a friend of mine, Russell Brunson. And what ClickFunnels does is it's an online platform that allows you to quickly and easily build pages online that will walk people through what's called a funnel. This is not a revolution. It really isn't. Like, there's been funnels online forever. In fact, I'll take you back just a few years. In 2007, Katie and I started the Certified Distressed Property designation. We had funnels online. We had a team of, at our height, we had a team of 11 people in our programming department. We had a CTO, a chief engineer. We had 4 programmers, 2 QA people. We had people who helped render code. I can't remember even the whole entire department, but that is what we had in place to be able to build online funnels and deliver products online through a platform. It cost us about 1.3 million a year, and we were servicing somewhere around 15 to 20,000 clients a year, and in our continuity product, it was a little bit more than that. And today, with ClickFunnels, you can do everything that I just named for a few $100s a month. I'm not kidding, a few $100s a month. Russell has changed everything when it comes to marketing because ClickFunnels as a software program allows you to, for an entry-level entrepreneur, you can do lead generation, you can sell, you can close online, you can deliver your product, everything within one package that is literally a few $100s a month. And it is a game changer because if you're an expert or a coach or a consultant, you want to sell a product, you can now set up funnels that show people exactly where you are, who you are. If you are selling a hard good, a product, something that you want people to buy, like a cream or a cosmetic or a product, an actual product, you can set up funnels that show people why your product is better than anything else in the market. And if you're selling any type of a service, you can set up funnels showing why yours is superior. And what happens is this experience of people walking through a funnel is like a sales call. It's like a sales experience. And this is why ClickFunnels is changing so many people's lives. Because the restaurant that used to have trouble getting people to come in now has a funnel where their tables are completely full and they're at capacity. The product company that had products sitting on the shelves because they shouldn't sell them or couldn't sell them, now they put a few funnels in place, they're sold out and they have to increase their capacity to manufacture. And the coach or consultant, like me, just a few years ago, I was having trouble finding business. I'll tell you very candidly my ClickFunnels story. I was having trouble getting business. I didn't understand how to position myself. I was having trouble in the marketplace. We weren't really getting a lot of business. We were surviving off a lot of the business that we had. And about a year and 1 month ago, we started using ClickFunnels after I joined Russell's Inner Circle. And In a year and 1 month, we've created a business that has over $2 million in recurring revenue. That means before we get up, before we sell anything, over $2 million in recurring revenue. And I can tell you that the last time we did this in 2007, we did really well. In our first year, we did $127,000. In our first year this time, over $2 million. Granted, we have our reputation. I'm much better, more well-known. There was a lot more exposure this time. However, here's what's so crucial to understand. We got to that $2 million run rate where it was me, Katie, Justin, and then we started adding people. We didn't have any programming department. I didn't have all those people and all that payroll. I didn't have all that overhead and all that headache and all the expense. It literally was just ClickFunnels to get us started. And that's why we are where we are today. And that's why so many business owners are absolutely crushing it on this platform. Now, ClickFunnels isn't just a platform. Now, here's where things get interesting. ClickFunnels is also a training company. I'm one of Russell's instructors for his 2 Club X program, which is a program where people sign up and they pay a monthly fee or an annual fee, and they learn how to build funnels and develop their business. And as a coach, I can tell you from watching the people in this group, it is absolutely astounding. People are coming in, making their first $20,000 or $30,000 in a month or two, and never having been online before. See, when you combine the simplicity of ClickFunnels and the absolutely incredible scope of what it does with training from the programs that are out there, it's crazy how fast you can get online and start winning. And now it's not just Russell's training. Here's what's interesting about ClickFunnels. It's not just a software system or a software platform. ClickFunnels is an ecosystem. It is a massive ecosystem that has completely changed how business is done online. I was a little slow to the party. In fact, about 3 years ago, Russell invited me to speak at ClickFunnels, and I was absolutely blown away. 3 years ago, I spoke, then I skipped a year, and then I spoke last year, and it was just amazing to see how much this company has grown. And when I spoke 3 years ago, here's what I was shocked by. I was at an event walking around and talking to dozens of people who had been online for less than a couple years and were running multi-million-dollar businesses. I want you to understand something. Only 3% of businesses will ever break $1 million. The number of businesses that break $1 million in their first couple years is way lower than 3%. It is a tiny fraction of 3%. But in the ClickFunnels ecosystem, in that world, it's almost expected that you get to 7 figures. Russell has the 2 Club award, which means you've gotten to 7 figures. And there are hundreds, not 15, not 20, not 40, hundreds of entrepreneurs that have created a 7-figure business, not 6 figures. Like there's a lot of people out there who train 6 figures, but hundreds of entrepreneurs who've gotten to 7-figure businesses using this platform. It is an entirely different type of ecosystem. And here's what's interesting. It's not just people selling products on ClickFunnels. There are dozens of companies who train and offer services and help you build funnels and a copyright for funnels, design funnels. It has become this massive ecosystem. It's an empire. Why? Because Russell has set up ClickFunnels where anyone can use it, anyone can train on it, anyone can build a service business around helping people with the platform itself. And he's made it so it's an open system. He literally supports other people who compete with his training products because he knows it makes the ecosystem bigger. And there's people out there that train on the lead generation portion of ClickFunnels, on the funnel portion, on how to write funnels, on how to design funnels, on how to start your business around ClickFunnels. Right now, today, there are dozens of entrepreneurs who are helping other entrepreneurs launch their businesses on this platform. And what's extraordinary is I've been consulting for 45 years old. It's almost 25 years. Next year, it'll be 25 years as a consultant being paid professional consulting fees with long-term contracts. And in my experience, throughout the last 2.5 decades, I've never seen a product or a platform that creates this level of success this quickly. Katie and I have been on several. We've used ClickFunnels and we've used other popular programs that are out there. I don't want to name any brands, but we were part of those programs. We were part of their ecosystems. We used them. We saw what they were doing. And, in one of them, we actually won the Double Your Sales Award 2 or 3 times with the software platform we were using. But we never had the explosive growth that we've had on ClickFunnels. And it's not just us. It's tons of companies. In fact, I coach a lot of companies that are on ClickFunnels, and there's this interesting dynamic that the companies who are on ClickFunnels, part of that ecosystem, using a lot of the materials, tend to grow much faster than companies that aren't or don't understand those systems or those strategies. And what's interesting is today, a lot of the fastest growing companies are using ClickFunnels not just to attract their customers, but also to deliver their products, and in a couple of cases, to deliver their products and their customers use ClickFunnels. Gym Launch, Alex and Layla Hormozy, who I worked with for the last year, built a company from $3 million to over $20 million in a year. And they did it using ClickFunnels. But what they do is they train gyms how to attract customers to their gyms. So every one of their clients is also using this program. In short, I've never seen anything like this, and I'm so proud to be part of the ClickFunnels system, the ecosystem, training. I'm going up in a couple weeks to go train up in Boise to the 2 Comma Club X group, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be involved with this company in this way, because I think that ClickFunnels is changing the way people start businesses, changing the way people sell businesses, changing the way people talk about their business, share their business. It's absolutely changing the way we grow our businesses. And it's not just that. I'm also so proud to be part of the ClickFunnels ecosystem because Russell is one of the most amazing entrepreneurs I've ever been around. He's one of those people who absolutely 100% walks his walk and does what he says he's going to do. And I've watched him closely for the past few years because when I associate or affiliate with somebody, it's important to me that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm affiliating or associating with the right person, and that everything about that relationship will be constructive and positive in my life. And since last July, working with Russell, having him help us, then joining the 2 Comma Club X faculty has been absolutely amazing. And watching Russell as a human being has been inspiring. He is an incredible father, and you can tell because if you follow him on social media or if you talk to him, he's always talking about his wife Colette and their kids. And Russell is an incredible human being because if you meet anyone who's a friend of his or even knows him peripherally, they can't stop talking about how much they respect him and how much they care about him. And he's an incredible father. If you are around his children, it's not just Colette who he's not just close with his wife. If you're around him and his kids, you can watch how close he is with all of his children. And if you're on Instagram, you can see him and his youngest, Nora, a lot of the time because he's carrying her around and he's with her and he's with his kids and he's with his family. And when it comes to just what he's doing in the world, if there's anyone who should be making millions of dollars, it's Russell, because right now he's in Africa at a school that ClickFunnels built. He is one of the biggest sponsors of Operation Underground Railroad, who are helping children who have been kidnapped or sold into slavery. And he is out there trying to make the world a better place and walking his walk and putting himself out there and making it real and doing amazing things. So if you haven't seen ClickFunnels yet, if you haven't looked at the program, if you don't understand what it is, Russell set me up with a 2-week free trial for anyone who wants to try it. Go to sharfen.com/ClickFunnels and check it out. Because if you're selling any product, any service, trying to build a business in any way, you owe it to yourself at the very minimum to understand the capabilities of this platform. Because when I go and I'm in the masterminds at ClickFunnels, when I'm with other people who are using this platform, I don't just learn about ClickFunnels. I learn some of the most progressive and incredible marketing and sales techniques that I've ever seen. And I've spent my entire career in marketing and sales and consulting with larger brands. And this is an absolute game-changing, world-changing revolution. And if you're not part of it, you should be. Go to sharfen.com/ClickFunnels and check it out. The program will blow you away. The people involved with it will blow you away. Russell will inspire you, and your business will thank you for it.